Wow, that's a great big giant iguana. Holy crap, look at this guy. Folks, it's Cornell with YouTube Fishing Vids, and I'm out here just outside of Fort Lauderdale, my parents' retirement community. I had a really unusual situation. If you look at my hand right here, get that little dust off, I got two little cuts right there, and I got another cut on my pinky. Both hands. I had hand surgery. Unbelievable. It's something I actually had done on my middle finger about 4 years ago. Trigger finger. If you've all never heard of trigger finger before, it's no fun. And a lot of people get curious about things like this. So I'm going to leave a link in the description below to show you what I actually had done. But I'm in a lot of pain. I'm struggling. I can't lift anything heavy. It's really hard to fish, but I had some time with this surgery, and boy, am I dodging the weather up in Maryland, man. You all are struggling in the mid-Atlantic. You're struggling up north. And there's a first cast in the not public, I should say. This is a private golf course pond area in my parents' retirement community, like I said, looking at iguanas and praying for the giant Florida lunker. You know, this is a rare thing for me. I didn't actually have a planned trip to come down here, but with a few days off because of this surgery and having healed up since last Thursday, the 21st. It's late December. I think it's the 29th. It is the 29th of December, my sister's birthday, and I am casting away in a little bit of pain. It's not that big a deal, but let's see what happens when I have to set the hook. It might not be fun, but you can't pass up some Florida fishing when you got the opportunity. So you all just stay tuned. We're gonna hopefully have a little fun here and experience what Florida has to offer. So I'm just throwing the classic pearl fluke. I got a red 4/0 extra wide gap hook right there. So that's all it is. Real simple stuff on a spinning rod, because with this hand being so damaged, I don't know that I'm even going to be able to manage a bait casting rod reel. And then with this hand, it's really not, I have these 3 fingers to work with right here, so it's not that bad. I know when I set the hook, it's going to put more pressure on that pinky knuckle. But boy, it's hard to resist these ponds. So as much pain as I'm in, I'm going to do my best to manage. The spinning outfit is my 7'2" St. Croix. Medium action, extra fast, 12-pound test braid, and a 10-pound test fluorocarbon leader. I've got some wind in the air. It's really protected back here, so it's pretty calm, but with these fountains and such, it's usually a good thing with some aerated water. Temperatures are amazing. It's only 80 degrees out here. It's absolutely perfection. So I am ecstatic to be out here, and not going to be surprised at all if I hook into a couple good fish. So let's keep at it. Even though these golf course ponds are private, they're still pretty well pressured. There's a lot of folks around here that like to fish. They like to golf and they like to fish. And I've actually seen golf carts loaded with fishing poles. So those guys that like to do both, you know, they tote around their fishing poles in the golf cart. They do a round or two, and then they break out a fishing pole as the sun dips, and they cast away. And they definitely got the spot to do it around here. Golfing and fishing, heck of a combo. I decided to go mobile today. I decided not to bring the tripod or the monopod for once. Whoa, what the heck was that? Was that another lizard that just jumped? That had to be a lizard that just jumped into the water. He dove underneath and swam under the water. There's all kinds of iguanas in South Florida nowadays, all kinds of invasive species. So yeah, this place is just always awesome. I love coming down to Florida and seeing all this stuff. But what I was saying is, I'm trying to be mobile. I'm trying to move a lot. I don't have a lot of hours of the evening left here, so I'm just trying to run and gun. Literally all I have is flukes. I don't have a backpack. I don't have anything but my keys and my wallet in my pocket. I've got 3 watermelon flukes in my left pocket. I've got watermelon. Not a very good scene right here. There we go. There's the watermelon with the black flake, a little bit of a dip tail, emulating those bluegill in there, and then I've got the pearl. I got basically 3 of each. And that one red hook, I feel like I'm probably not going to break off. If I'm unlucky, I will. I could always go back to the car. But yeah, that's all I've got. I'm just cruising around, tossing a fluke. This is where the bridge comes in, so I'm going to cross over and get to the other side where I can walk on the residential side. The other side over here is golf course, and right now everyone's fishing. I'm sorry, everybody's golfing, so you're not going to disturb the peace and mess with the golfing situation. You're going to fish on the sides where you can basically not bother anybody. And then once the sun dips, the last hour or two before sunset, all the golfers are gone. You can pretty much fish the golf course side, which is always great because much less pressured on those sides of the water. So all right, so we're on this other side of the bridge, and I have actually access to cast right under the bridge right there where the shade is. Let's see if I can skip it under there, way up underneath there. See See if there's one waiting in the shade. I'm kind of shocked I haven't caught a fish yet, but it is high sun and it is middle of the day. It's not really middle of the day, it's about 3 o'clock actually right now. So as that sun dips, fishing just gets that much better. And you name it. I mean, I've come out here, I've thrown my Ned rigs, my drop shots. You know, if you remember my last set of videos I did last year this time, you know, I was whacking them on everything from lipless crankbaits to spinner baits to swim baits. Then I went finesse after I beat up the fish pretty bad and ended up doing really well on those finesse baits in here, as a matter of fact. So like I said, just throwing a fluke, just something moving, just covering water and enjoying myself for the first round of Florida golf course pond bass fishing. All right, that little section of pond was not producing. Again, this is the calm side. There's not really any wind over here. So I'm gonna go over to this other side that's got a lot bigger water and a little bit more wind. And we're gonna play that fluke game a little bit more until the sun gets down. And then maybe I'll throw a little top water, but I could work that fluke on top, so that might just be all I need. So let's get over to the vehicle and cross over and get to a little bit of bigger section of water. All right, doing a little pond hopping. I'm on a little narrow section of these ponds over here by the golf course. So now I've got actual golfers in front of me. I actually heard a golf ball just hit the bridge over there. So I'm gonna have to keep my heads up and watch out, but hopefully I'll be able to watch out for some big bass eating my fluke here. Still pretty calm over here. It's not very windy. It's blowing a little bit, but it's pretty chill wind right now. Oh boy, that was a nice bite on top. He came up and grabbed it. He was little though. As I work these shorelines, I always, as I take, 20, 30 yard steps to my right, I always work the shoreline, so I fish basically the fish that are right at my feet, so I don't basically scare any fish that are there by throwing straight out in the middle and then bringing them over their heads. So I cover all this water parallel to the shoreline, then I cast out straight in front of me out into the deeper water. There we go. Oh, another one. That's probably the same dang fish, real little guy. But that's what I was getting at, is that if you throw out in the middle and you catch one out there and you drag a big old fish over the heads of all the fish that are right up here shallow, you're missing out on a lot of fish that you could be catching. So always either throw right at your feet for your initial casts, right in front of you, or throw directly parallel to the shoreline. Cover all the shallow water first, all the shoreline water, and then fan cast out towards the middle. That way you haven't scared any of those fish that are right there waiting for you close to your feet. There we go. Sorry about bumping the camera, guys, but I got my first bass finally. It took a little while. He's not a bad one, but again, we're throwing literally to the shoreline from the corner here. So here's the first bass. Had a few pop off, but that's not a bad deal right there. Check him out on the red hook. Welcome to Florida. I am one happy man. There we go. We got some shade. The sun's going down. There it is, guys. Isn't that special to be fishing in Florida when it's that cold back home? Absolutely it is. All right, so there we go. Thank you, Fluke. First fish of the night. I'm sure there'll hopefully be a couple more, so stay tuned. This water is pretty darn deep. I'm really tempted to get my lipless crankbait out here. I got to, before that sun gets down, I don't know if my hands can handle that. Oh, there we go. Oh, I got a bite. Darn. Again, he just barely sucked it in. Come here. All right, let's see if we can get back out there. I don't know if he felt that hook or not, but he definitely got some of the plastic, that's for sure. Let's see. All right, this is my last little bit of shoreline I could really effectively fish. So right in this little pocket, these are usually some great banks to work. So after this, we're gonna try out another little section of pond. Here we go. Figures right there where I thought he'd be. That's great. All right, cool. So there's number 2. As the sun shines and sun dips, it's bright out here. So there's number 2. Nothing big. It's a little dink. So 2 out of this little section of pond. I have another couple areas that are going to get really good here shortly. Maybe not tonight, but definitely before I leave. All right. Did one more little pit stop in this side over here by the bridge, but I've got an idea, guys. I've got to try something. I like this area and I like this section of pond, and it's really deep. So I'm going to go back to the vehicle and I'm going to challenge my aching sore hands to a lipless crankbait. I've got that lipless crankbait that I got out of the mystery tackle box that suspends in that blue chrome color with this bright sun and tannic water, and the idea that it suspends and doesn't sink down into the muck, I think that could be an absolutely incredible choice. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab that, rig it up, and throw it around back here. Well, this trunk area didn't look like this when I packed up to come down here. It's just haphazardly been handled since I got down here. And there's my Florida tackle box from Topwater Frogs. I got swim jigs, I've got jerk baits, I've got all kinds of stuff in here that's perfect for Florida. But there's that killer bait that I got out of the mystery tackle box, the suspending lipless crank. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw that. I think it's the Ima. I'm not sure, I can't even remember which one it is, guys. You all can go back and look at my mystery tackle box unboxing fishing attempt where I actually caught a couple with this on my local lake. But yeah, well, the sun's just dipping. I got a little bit of sunshine, so this chrome will be great. The fact that it suspends is so different, and that's going to allow me to stay up off the bottom and out of the muck of these golf course ponds. So all right, we're going to Palomar out that one, and I'm going to get out there. And yes, these hook bonnets, I guess is what they're called. I got these at Bass Pro Shops. They come in packs of blue, red, and green ones. The blue are the tiny ones for small hooks, and the green pretty much cover the bases for all medium-sized hooks, and those red ones cover the big size hooks. Just use them accordingly, and it's a dream come true when it comes to being able to just pull baits out of the box and not have anything get hooked up. So it's just a great deal when it comes to organizing your tackle. If you were wondering what those were, just some basic hook bonnets. I'm not sure what the brand is, but you can get them anywhere. Game on. All right, let's get that little lipless crank out there. Let's see what we can do. That's all I'm bringing. That's all that's going to happen right out here. So if that's not going to be the ticket, that's going to be it for the night, most likely. Great thing about these lipless crankbaits is you can cover so much water on these ponds, and they cast a mile. So you're going to be able to get way out there, cover tons of water, get down a little bit deeper than that fluke was going in the open water areas, and just rip it through grass, get reaction bites and everything that goes with it. So that's the hope right now. Let's see what happens. And the wind is still hustling a little bit, so we got the ripple on the water. That's just another great thing. The flash of that chrome bellied blue back deal with that little bit of sun that's still glistening on the water, that's going to be killer. So hopefully it does what it's meant to do. All right, I'm going to start right over here by this bridge where I saw a little bit of activity. Let's see if they like this better than they like that fluke. A lot more noise, a lot more vibration, and a lot more flash. So here we go. Oh, second cast with the lipless crankbait, and I gave it a good pause. That's a nice chunky fish. Guys, look at that. Look at the belly on it too. Isn't that incredible? So yeah, I gotta be really careful with these trebles. And in fact, yeah, there we go. So got it. Yeah, second cast with the lipless crankbait. Here's a couple things I carry with me on the shoreline. Always, guys, bring a pair of pliers. You got to do that. Even if we're using those single hooks like on a fluke. I mean, how the heck would you have gotten that out with your fingers? Seriously. So if you're shoreline fishing and you're working lipless cranks, always bring some pliers. That's going to be the biggest deal going. And a towel. So I got a towel with me, just strapped to my hip. And there's number 3, a nice chunky bass on the second cast with lipless crank. I guess that was the right call. Getting a little more vibration, a little more noise out there, and definitely more flash. So there we go. There we go. Oh, he loaded on it. Oh my gosh. Loaded on it way out in the middle. Second cast after the last one. Unbelievable. So that's why you make a move, and that's why you bring a whole bunch of tackle to fill your trunk with when it comes to Florida. My hand is, oh, there's the one coming up after it. Another one came up, tried to eat it. Oh my gosh, they love the lipless crank this time of year, and at least right now. So guys, that's ridiculous. That's 4 casts with the lipless crankbait and 2 fish. So heck of a call there. No doubt, he's little, but it's a bass in the middle of, in the late December. How cool. There we go. Absolutely beautiful. All right, let's keep them going. If it's going like this, we might have fun tonight. All right, I retied. I actually want to make sure I got my line caught up in that split ring, so I want to make sure I didn't have a nick on it, but let's get right back out there and see if these fish are all fired up. Unreal. Just a quick stop and go. And I mean a fast go. I'm going quick with it. I'm burning it, stopping it, burning it, stopping it. It's pausing. So I mean, when it's pausing, I mean it's suspending. So that's when they're grabbing it. They grabbed it on the pause and smoked it. Oh, I almost had one right there. I think actually it may have been a little grass, but yeah, that's all it is. Cast super far. Absolutely awesome bait. Really getting some reaction. Like, there he is again. Oh, that's a nice one, I think. Oh my God. Guys, this is a nice fish, I think. Oh my God, I think he's hooked good. This has got to be a big fish. It's got to be. Oh, look at the wake it just made. Seriously, that's yeah, look at that fish. Nice one. Guys, this is literally, I mean, I'm like three fish for like 6 casts. I'm batting 50% on this bait. I mean, absolutely killer. If that's not a testament to why the Mystery Tackle Box, one of my great sponsors, is such a great deal, and I promote them all the time, and they deserve it. They come up with these awesome baits, and the first bait I thought of with these conditions was one that I got out of the Mystery Tackle Box. And this is not a Mystery Tackle Box video by any means, but I wouldn't have this bait if I didn't have the Mystery Tackle Box. So that's a sign right there. So literally 50%. It's 3 out of 6 casts. Unreal. All right, let's see how many we can catch on this thing. And I'm fishing the same spot. I mean, I just threw the same spot like twice and caught those fish. So let's keep at it. This is awesome. This is my everything rod. This is my 7-foot. Oh, wait a minute. Got to catch this fish first. I was going to tell you about the rod, but that's 2 casts later, guys. I should do this video in time. It's not a big one, unless it's coming at me. It's coming at me. Let's see. Now, little guy. Unreal. Look at that. Too cool. Smoking this thing. Absolutely smoking it. I was going to tell you, this is my Avid St. Croix rod that I've got, and it's a 7-foot medium fast action bait casting rod. I've got 12-pound test fluorocarbon, Seagar and Invisex, and I got myself an old school. I always show you this, but I'll show it to you again. That's the Lew's Speed Spool Tournament Pro, an older Lew's reel that I've got that's absolutely incredible. Just smoking bass on a lipless crank in Florida. Go a little over here to the left and see what's going on. Got spoiled there. Perfect time of day, perfect moon phase, bright sun, a little bit of wind, all combined to work for me on this lipless crank deal. It's perfect. Oh, I just got crushed again. Holy crap, you smoked it. Oh my gosh, that's so great. They're not big, but man, oh, my hand is killing me. Oh, that hurts so bad. I don't know why I'm doing this to myself, but I can't resist. It's not putting crazy pressure on it, and the way it's working. Oh, what a fight. Oh, you got it on the side, no wonder. Oh, look at that. Here we go. This, guys, I'm telling you right now, this is gonna be so cool. Look at what the heck they're eating, and look at the bait. Seriously, this is out of control. Perfect to understand why this bait is so perfect. Look at this. Let me unhook it and show this to you. He just spit up what looks like a tiny little bluegill. I don't think it's a tilapia. It looks like just a little baby bluegill. Let's get this fish back in the water. Sorry I took your meal, buddy, and then fed you something that wasn't real, but back you go. Seriously, fellas and folks, look at that match. Is that not like the absolute perfect? I mean, you can't get a perfect better match than that. So you got to understand why, again, this bait is just killing it. So that's just the perfect profile, perfect size. It's exactly what he just spit up. So I'm going to throw that back and rinse my hand off and get myself back out there and get some more of these Florida bass. Now, you got to know, and we all know that golf course ponds are, it's not always like fishing in a barrel, but boy, they're fire when it comes to fishing if you get a good one. So that's what I've got here. This is, like I said, there is some pressure on this pond, but I guarantee you they've never seen this lipless crank. So if you change it up and you throw something a little bit different than what they've always seen, that's gonna make a big difference. But you also gotta know that this bait is not just getting in front of some really under pressured bass. This bait killed it when I first fished it in my Mystery Tackle Box unboxing and fishing attempt on one of the most pressured lakes in Maryland, my local lake, Little Seneca Lake. I threw that, like on the first cast, threw it on a windy point when I first got the bait and whacked one. So this bait does the damage. I mean, it's a great lure. So yeah, I'm crushing them here on a golf course pond, but if you go back and watch my Mystery Tackle Box unboxing that included this lure. You'll see how it did damage right when I broke it out. I'm waiting for that giant to hit. I know he's in here too. There's one right there. That was a little softer bite, to be honest with you. I wonder if that's, sometimes the big one does that, but no, he's tiny. Just another little fish. Whoa, he just twisted himself. He just twisted himself, got on the side again. I don't know what number we're on, guys, but we are smoking them, and I'm having a blast. My first time out to the pond, and to just bring one rod and to do the switch up and make that happen. I can't be happier. This is outstanding. I'm doing so, oh, almost got that hooked up. So I'm doing so well in this spot right here, but I haven't caught a giant out of it yet, and I have a feeling there's going to be more fish to be caught as I work down the bank. I wish the sun's dipping too, so I think the flash I'm getting out of that chrome bodied bait is helping me a lot. Let's stay at it. Let's just keep throwing in here for a second, see if something comes up underneath that bridge, because obviously these ponds are all connected and they flow within each other, and there's little highways that these bass travel in through these ponds, so you never know what's going to swim through here. All right, I'm going to move down like 30 to 50 yards. I'm going to just cruise and hit this little point right here, a little farther to the right of the bridge, just some fresh water, and see if there's anything hanging right here. First cast, and that bait's coming out clean. It's obviously absolutely running the perfect depth. It's just above whatever's down there when it comes to the muck and the mess, so I'm not getting snagged up on anything. I'm not getting any muck off the bottom. But over here, I haven't actually had a bite yet compared to underneath that bridge. It's amazing. You just move a little bit to the right or left and they're just not there. So I'm gonna give that spot a rest for a minute, work my way down the bank, and remember that for next time, because you don't want to catch them all in one night, that's for sure. Or do we? All right, it's amazing. I'm in the shade now. So I'm not in the sun like I was when I was catching all those fish, and either it's just where they were, or that sun and that flash was making a difference. Let's just see what happens. Let's see if I do something over by this fountain, and then I can prove my theory wrong. But as of right now, nothing in the shade. So if that's the case, and it's really not working with this flashy bait, what I would choose would be some matted bluegill pattern. Obviously that was a bluegill from what it looked like, maybe a tiny bit tilapia, but I'm pretty sure that was a little baby bluegill. And in the shade, if I had a matted bluegill pattern lipless crank, or this exact bait for that matter, that would be the ticket. So I'd change up right away if I got out of the sun. But I just have this one bait, so I'm going to do with it what I can, and go from there. I'm not going to be out here all night. I got to get some food, and my hand's killing me. So let's just make the most of the time we've got. If I ran over to that other shoreline real quick where the sun is, that might be the ticket. As a matter of fact, I'm going to throw one more cast with this in this shady spot on this shady side. And I'm going to run over into that sun and just get that flash going with this specific bait, and see if that makes a little bit of a difference, and then go on from there. Yeah, check that out. Nothing. All right, I'm going to hustle over there. I'm going to get over into that sun. The sun's going to be in your face and mine, so bear with me on that. But we're going into some sunshine, see if we can catch some more fish on this lipless crank. It's amazing. I'm actually chasing the sun. This is pretty funny. All right, so I got some sunshine now. Let's see if this lipless crank works a little bit better in the sun, and over here, who knows. Well, unbelievably, that sun did not make a bit of difference whatsoever. So no bites over here. I guess it's just one of those things. I found the fish over by the bridge. They liked what they saw and they tore it up. Let's walk back over there, see if we can smack a couple before that sun's completely gone, and then we'll call it a night and just continue this Florida trip of mine. Another dude actually fishing out here. That's pretty cool. So yeah, I was just talking to a gentleman who actually lives in this community. He said there's a fishing club here. Guys come out. There's actually snakeheads in here, guys. Snakeheads in this body of water. And they actually have tournaments to try and catch some of the snakeheads to try and limit the population. So yeah, this is not the under pressured pond that most would think about when they think about golf course ponds and such. This place gets some pressure, but it's definitely loaded with bass. So let's see if we can catch a couple more before it's all over. There we go, I stuck them. What the heck is going on here? Oh, okay, he just got hooked to the side a little bit. Little itty bitty guy again. Got it in the gill and right in the nose. Well, guys, I'm going to call it. That's a little dink, but again, it's limited. It's limited on bites now compared to what it was earlier, and I'm convinced that sun made a bit of a difference. We just found a little window, and I caught a ton of them, so I could have caught every willing participant in the fishing game out of this little hole. So I'm going to go ahead and let this little guy go, work my pliers out. And folks, there's more fishing to come. I got a mystery tackle box. I got a mystery tackle box for this month on me. I'm gonna try and work out whatever baits I can out of that box within the next day or two before this month is over. So you all just stay tuned if I can get this guy out. As always, I appreciate you joining me. As always, I appreciate you subscribing. And until we meet again, over and out.